You're my dog, but I ain't ready for you like that.
Come on. See, will you come on and come to the damn tub? Yeah. No shorts. Your shorts stay on. Yeah, positive. No. Shorts can stay on. You don't have to. You can just come and there you go. Sit on the back of the tub, man. Get your microphone. What is taking you so long? See him? This is the longest. It's the longest entry to the tub.
Why don't you jump all the way in?
Because we can't do that yet. I gotta start it off.
You never do that.
Yeah, not yet. Come on. Sit on the back of the tub so I can give you the proper introduction.
Can you give me like a stool or something?
Yes, your feet are on the stool. Now sit on okay.
This is so uncomfortable.
Will you get in the fucking tub? Get in the Welcome everybody to another episode of Cold as Balls Live. Oh my God, what a day, what a day. The shows get bigger. They get bigger because of the guests, and oh my God.
They don't get bigger because of the host.
Well, you know. What the fuck is that? What was that? Did you guys see that?
The lowest hanging fruit.
I ran right into it.
I don't know.
Today's guest is a legend, man. You know, you cannot talk wrestling without mentioning his name. One of the most dominant forces and personalities that the sport has seen. Y'all show some love to today's Cold as Balls guest, CM Punk one time. Yes.
Thank you. Good morning.
Huh?
I said thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to you because of what you're doing right now. Your energy is contagious, man. I love what you mean to the sport of wrestling. So I want to start off by just simply saying, congrats. I think it's dope as hell for you to be in that sport, you know, for the time that you have and still be a dominant force. So thank you for coming on Cold as Balls.
Thank you. Thank you for thanking me. I'm happy to be here. You know, the funny part is that I didn't know this was going to be live. I thought it was going to be like me and you in a studio.
Yeah.
Like I watched you do your show.
Yeah.
And now there's live people here.
Live people.
Like,
look at this. This is live energy.
Like worried, like this guy's taking pictures of my nipples.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what, man? I think it's important to start off from the beginning. Now, we all know about your success in wrestling, but what I want to know about the choice of wrestling. Why? What is it that made you get into the sport of wrestling, Sam?
I always just say wrestling chose me, you know?
Really?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, we didn't have all the channels and all the streaming that the kids have nowadays, so I think it was just a singular thing. Like, I think maybe one night I got to stay up late to watch Saturday Night Live, and instead of Saturday Night Live, it was Saturday Night's Main Event.
Okay.
Probably like the first time I actually saw wrestling on television, and it was just insane. My young brain, like that being on TV, never seeing anything like it, it was crazy. Because back then, all we had was really boxing. That was kind of similar. And then you see wrestling, and you know, comparatively, there's no rules in wrestling. You got Coco Beware's got a bird, Jake the Snake's got a snake, the Bulldog's got dogs running around, and it captivated me when I was a little kid. So
those names are amazing, man. You know, it's crazy because that was my generation of wrestling. You know, when you talk about Coco Beware, you talk about Junkyard Dog, Jake the Snake. I mean, these were the guys that I personally think energized the sport at the highest level.
Yeah.
I would love to know, man, you know, who were the personalities that captivated you the most in those early years of wrestling? Was there a moment where CM Punk was like, I want to be like such and such. I want that.
Very easy, Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Goddamn. The legend himself. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Just because, to me, you know, you look at everybody else that I grew up watching, and they were all huge.
Yeah.
You know, giant guys, and I was never that throughout my athletic career, but I could aspire to be somebody like Piper, because Piper was considered a smaller guy.
Yeah.
And he was beating the crap out of Hulk Hogan, so I was like, all right, that's me.
You know, though, he wasn't that small. It's stop saying small like I'm talking to a small guy. Like, He was huge to me. Roddy Piper was a giant.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm 5'5", so stop doing that. I see that's the second time.
5'5".
I'm 5'5".
You're 5'2" on your best day.
That's bullshit, you know.
It's not.
That's bullshit.
It's not.
5'5", man. It says it on my driver's
wife is taller than you.
But she's huge. She's probably 5'7".
Jacked.
5'7". 5'7".
She looks good.
Yeah, she
looks
does.
good.
She actually
What?
does. Huh? She actually does. Well, I mean, like in a platonic way, like supporting you and your union, right?
No.
'Cause she was in the sport as well. When you say Roddy Piper, I definitely love that. I receive that and understand that. You know, I think the sport now, it demands so much on the body. Back in the day, the physicality of the game was completely different than what it may be today. What's the biggest change that you have seen in time attached to the sport?
It's definitely the schedule. You know, when guys like Piper, when those guys started, they'd be in a car 7 days a week, driving to the town, sometimes wrestle twice on the weekends. There was little territories all over the place, so there was places you could learn your craft and go to work, a lot like comedy clubs, right? It's small, tiny comedy clubs where you go and you practice your material.
Absolutely.
And you develop your act before you go do the big stuff. The schedule for us now, while the traveling is probably equal, like you're in the ring physically wrestling far less than I used to be.
Okay.
My first run with this company for 10 years, I was on the road 10 years straight, no breaks. I wrestled Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Wow.
I get home, maybe get to do my laundry, you know?
Then you're right back out.
But you probably feel me on this. Sometimes you just throw your clothes out and buy all new ones.
That's a move, yeah.
Are clothes cheaper for you because they're smaller?
What the fuck?
Is that just... It's just something that pops
Do
in
you
my head.
see the size of my chest? Do you see my arm?
No, you are jacked.
Like, do you think I buy small clothes?
You are jacked, but
this is a
it easier
medium
to
body.
be jacked
I wear
because you're
mediums.
so tiny? Is that...
No, I wear mediums, and I'm a 32.
I'm jealous, actually. I'm jealous of the way you
I have a long torso. See, this is the thing. I'm a small guy, but I give the presence of a tall man. It's
You have a
all
large
personality.
aura.
That's it.
It's a giant aura.
A giant aura. That's
like
it. Speaking of giant, what the?
Yeah, what is this?
Jesus, I'm sorry. Okay, this is Bam and Daryl. Bam and Daryl are huge wrestling fans.
All right.
Daryl, I think you got. I think you put these on backwards. They should be under your pants. Bam. Okay, this is a custom look. It's a custom. Okay, I get it. Well, this is it's a big moment for them. They're huge CM Punk fans, and this is their way to pay homage to you.
I love it.
Yeah, you're into it.
Halloween is my favorite holiday.
Okay,
So this feels like Halloween. Halloween in June.
Well, they're dressing up.
Still June, right?
It is June. It is June. I want to get back to the sport, right? And
Yeah.
you talked about who was it that acted as a, let's say, inspiration? You said Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
You know, if you talk about the sport changing so much, we're seeing so much new energy, so many new personalities that have now commanded and demanded the stage in a major way. Who are some of your favorites today?
Oh, man. Well, she was... First off the top of my head, she was on your show, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
I think is a tremendous, not just wrestler, but she total package, personality, superstar, right? But I think we have a plethora of really talented people in the locker rooms, men and women. AJ Styles is still around. He's somebody I want to lock up with. Randy Orton. Chad Gable, when he's not goofing off wearing a mask. Named after a Starbucks drink. Literally, you put me on the spot. There's so many. Shout out to Liv Morgan, who recently, I think, got injured. She was on a tear. She was like my MVP for the year. So,
okay.
You know, like.
I like that.
I look at people like Liv Morgan, who probably started right after I left, right, 2014-ish. And just from the time I've been around her and been able to see her work, just the way she's developed this last year and just absolutely kind of like broken out of her shell and turned into this little worker.
Yeah.
It kind of warms my heart, you know, like I missed the first part of her journey, but to be here, to see her grow into who she's become, it's disappointing she got injured, but you know, like it's part of the process, ladies and gentlemen. you know, nobody gets out alive, is what I like to say. When you do this, like it's just part of the job.
I love you paying homage and just showing love. I think that's the dope thing about the sport. You can see that synergy and energy amongst the greats. You know, here on Cold as Balls, we're all about keeping it fresh, and I can give that major piece to this puzzle to Old Spice. They do a good job. So what I want to do is I want to do what I want to call a fresh take. So what's your fresh take on which younger wrestler is poised to become the next great champion?
Damon Priest.
We have a few on the roster. The problem is, I think personally, I don't like any of them. So, you know, we don't gotta talk about them. I think Braun Breaker is an obvious, bona fide WrestleMania main event superstar. And you know, actually, somebody that's on the roster that I really do like, I'm kind of his mentor, is Dominic Mysterio.
Okay.
Dominic likes to tell everybody that he hates me and we don't like each other, but I mean, honestly, like every morning, Dominic starts his day with a phone call to Uncle Phil. That's me.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. And you know, we talk about life, we talk about the business, we talk about his sister. We both love his sister, Aaliyah.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's great.
All right.
You know, so but it's part of the character. Dominic's not even his real name. Like that's just his work name. His real name's Brad.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Brad.
Yeah, I see what's going on here.
Yeah, it's Brad.
You know, this is a good moment for me to tell you that when I basically was a champion, when I was wrestling, I think the thing that I held on to the most was my Old Spice. My Old Spice Fiji Total Body Spray. That's right. The scent of palm tree and coconut and 24/7, lasting freshness from pits to toes and everything down below. That's right. This is for daily use. Good moment for me to tell you about that. CM, it's time for us to get in the tub, man. That's right. Let's go. In the tub. In the tub.
Age before beauty.
In the tub. Let's go. Come on. Bring it. Bring it. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, CM, you know, this is a good moment for me to talk to you a little bit about wrestling and just my attachment to it. You know, hearing you speak about it, it gets me excited because I feel like, I don't know, man, I feel like I should have did it. I feel like there was a moment where I could have really embraced the sport.
There's still time.
Well, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I really am, man, because my physique, I look good, I feel good, and I think, you know, just from an athletic standpoint, I'm way better than a lot of the people that are doing it. Yeah. You know, is there a shot for me to come in and kind of shoot to the top? How long does it take to get to the top?
Well, I think in any field, experience matters.
Okay.
You know, like, you've done the comedy club circuit.
Yeah.
You've done the movies.
Yeah.
You know, you start off small, you work your way up, but we're WWE and we sometimes open the door for celebrities, you know, whether they deserve it or not. Logan Paul, or like, you know, like a tremendous celebrity turned wrestler, Bad Bunny.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like that, I think you need to look at it like, can I follow in the footsteps and be as great as what Bad Bunny did? You know, we might have to hook you up with Brad. Brad's currently the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, I mean,
you could wrestle him, beat him. You're about the same size.
You know, I don't know, man. I was thinking more of like coming in and going straight to the top, like a match against you. I feel like we've really moved the needle. Kicking your ass would be special for me, for the fans, just to do it in the middle. Okay, I didn't mean it. God damn it. All right. They don't like it when I say stuff like that about the people that they follow. There was a moment, man, when you took a break, you know, from the sport. What was that for? You know, was it a mental reset for you? Was it a?
It was a mental reset, a physical reset, a spiritual reset.
Yeah.
Like I had worked so hard to get to WWE, and then you know you get to the top and you think you made it, and that's when the hard work begins. And then for 10 years straight, I was on the road, no break, working through injuries, surgeries. I was burnt out.
Yeah.
You know, and at the time there was a different boss. We didn't agree on a lot of things.
Okay.
It was difficult to communicate. And what I needed was time off. Kept asking for time off and I never got it. And I eventually realized that this was a hamster wheel that if I don't take myself off of, nobody else is going to. They're going to want that wheel to go around and around and around.
Absolutely.
And I had to split.
Was it hard for you to come back? Like, was it a challenge coming back?
Yes and no. It's definitely a challenge,
okay.
you know. But new management, new experiences. I try to have more of an open mind. I try not to react immediately with decisions. So I tried to formulate a bit of a plan, and you know, knock on wood, so far so good. I haven't had to kill anybody yet.
That's metal. That's wood. There you go.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
There we go.
I don't want you to jinx yourself. So knock on wood correctly.
It won't be me that it gets jinxed.
I gotta keep the good questions coming, man. You know, I'm noticing you are a lover of tattoos, as am I. That looks like a Pepsi logo.
Yeah.
On your shoulder. Is that that's what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask. Why? Why do you have a Pepsi tattoo on your shoulder?
Long story short, it symbolizes me being straight edge. Don't drink, don't smoke, all that fun stuff.
Okay. Congrats, man. That's a big deal. Very big deal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Major shout out to the kids watching. You don't have to do either.
Yeah, so there's the straight edge, the band that started the straight edge movement from DC, Minor Threat. The guitarist Brian Baker had a Coca-Cola tattoo.
Okay.
Now why he had a Coca-Cola tattoo, I'll leave that up to interpretation, but I remember reading an interview when I was a kid, and he was asked, why do you have a Coca-Cola tattoo? And he just said, I like Coca-Cola. And I was like, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I like Pepsi.
I like Pepsi.
And it represents me being straight edge. So there you go. Tattoos are very subjective. I constantly make fun of myself for the dumb tattoos I have. Like, I don't know if you have any that you're like, wow, this is dumb.
No, I think all mine are pretty amazing.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I do have one dumb one. I do have one, but I covered it up. But yes,
So
I
you
can
covered
relate.
it up. I
can relate to the
That's a
dumb
shame.
tattoo because you're young. You're young when you first get them.
Yeah, but it's a roadmap of where you've been. It tells
How
a
old were you
story.
when you first started?
I think I was a teenager for sure, 16 or 17 when I got my
The
first
teenage decision attached to a tattoo is never thought out. So
No, absolutely not.
That tattoo is going to get covered up more than likely as you get older. I think my reason for my decisions in tattoos now are, to your point, a roadmap. Like the city of Philadelphia, my mom, my dad. You know, there's a lot of Greek gods on me that I relate to. A chessboard, because I think chess is the game of life. Stairway to heaven, because I think you're always climbing, trying to do your best to reach the highest of praise.
This is deep.
A lot of well thought out stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have the same? I see 3 or 4 aces on you.
Yeah. I always say luck is for losers because I think you make your own luck.
Okay.
You know, I don't rely on that. So this sleeve, there's the cards, there's a horseshoe, there's a 4-leaf clover, rabbit's foot, all kinds of stuff that denote luck, and all the water is for Bruce Lee.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a Bruce Lee fan. Be like water.
Be strong like water.
Yeah.
That's
sometimes
right.
you gotta crash, sometimes you be still, sometimes you can flow, you can freeze. Do you have any tattoos that you super regret? You know?
No, not now, because I'm a late bloomer. Like all the rest of them came after like 35.
Okay.
So I didn't like my early one. Like I told you, the mistake I covered up. So the older I got, I was like,
what was
fuck
it?
These. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to talk.
I want to talk about
It was
it.
a pretty stupid tattoo. Like, you know when you make.
You're talking to the guy. I have a bowl of ramen. I have a marshmallow on a stick.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So
I have a Pepsi
it was like
tattoo.
It was when I first said I'm going to be a comedian and I'm going to be an actor, and then I went out and got the comedy and tragedy. Remember the phases?
Yeah.
But the person that did it just made it look like 2 hockey men.
Okay, so it was just.
So nobody ever knew what it was. So I don't like describing what you have. Everybody
So it was
keeps saying
a poor quality tattoo.
poor quality. They're like,
All right.
Kevin, do you like hockey? And I was like, no, it's not a hockey mask. It's comedy and tragedy. And I kept explaining it and nobody saw it. So I was like, fuck this. I'm getting it covered up. That's what it was.
Okay.
It was a bad decision. Whatever, man. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. I love it.
CM.
Yeah.
What is the initial CM? What's it stand for? Is it Cookie Monster?
That's how
What does
me.
the CM is CM Punk? What is it?
Chicago man.
It's like a barnyard auction in Tennessee. What does CM stand for? CM stands for what do we know?
Chicago man.
It stands for a lot of things, right? I'm trying to think of like a fun word that starts with M that could go with cold.
Cold?
Cold.
Old? Cold? Okay.
Oh, hello. You jumping in? You jumping
What's
in?
that?
You want
What
the
are you doing?
Speedo?
What are you doing?
He wants. I wanted to come prepared for this.
Okay.
You guys provided me these nice paisley shorts.
Okay.
But
What are you doing?
I am wearing a Speedo.
What are you doing?
Apparently he wants to.
What?
It's sick. It says on the teleprompter, CM Punk, get into your Speedo.
Okay, well, hold on.
I don't know if that's plural. I am only wearing one pair.
Okay.
There is literal children.
Well, I wanna make
feel
this very
real weird
clear.
about this right now.
I want to make this very clear. This is not a Kevin Hart ask. I'm very fine with you
I don't
being
know
in your
about
trunks.
that. I don't know about that.
I'm okay with you being in your
I'm
trunks.
having second thoughts.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there are
just-
literal children in the
Yeah, you got kids here, man.
Feels a little X-rated for that.
Sensitive times we're living in today. Yeah, that's right. Well, it's a couple people booing you.
Where are the ladies at? Where are the dollar bills? If you're good at something, never do it for free.
I gotta ask you, man, you know, as we talk about the sport of wrestling, one of the things that was a big conversation that I just want clarity on, there was a moment where you kind of went off script, where you kind of start going after everybody, attacking everybody. This was a big hit where it was like, well, is this promo? Is this what he's supposed to say? Or is he going off? It was like the pivot of all pivots. Was that intentional? Or was that just a moment where you said, fuck it, I'm going off script and I'm going to create a moment?
All the above. I think, man, when you're an entertainer, you might be able to understand this. I think when you're really good at what you do, and there is an element of ego to it.
Yes.
There is an element of like narcissism to it. No, man, I'm the best. Like, and you can respect everybody else around you, but you can know within your heart and your brain that, motherfucker, I'm the best in the world. I'm the best at what I do.
Yeah.
And that was me throughout that whole like 2-3 years. And I knew if I got to do things my way, it would be good and it would be quality. It wouldn't sacrifice anything. We wouldn't get thrown off the air. But I feel like I was part of that new guard that always had to push through. And you couldn't get through to some of the old heads.
Yeah.
Nah, kid, this, that. And yes, it is good to have structure. I do respect my elders and I listen.
Okay, all right, okay, get back. Don't you see? He's
Sorry about
wrapping up a good story.
You're used to that though, right? You gotta be.
Yeah.
It's like a Gallagher show.
Yeah.
Who wants to smash some fruit? Anyway, yeah, I just felt like I was at the pinnacle and my voice wasn't being heard. And the fans' voice wasn't being heard. So I kind of took it upon myself to just, shit disturb a little bit. Stir the pot.
I like what you said, and I agree firmly. You know, nobody knows what you're capable of more than you. So within anything entertainment, there are moments where you have to tap into that.
Yeah.
I am the best. I am going to show that I am the best. And there's nothing that anyone can do to take this feeling or this level of understanding away from me.
It's a gamble, right? Like
but
it's a chance, but like without risk, there's no reward. I took a big risk.
You do not become CM Punk without understanding the reward from the gamble.
Yeah.
You're one of the lucky guys that were able to enjoy the sport and the job, but keep it in the house. Your wife was a wrestler at some point, right? Yes. How was that? How was it dealing with, the sport, the road, the schedule, and bringing it home? Were you guys able to have a separation from what that was and then develop your relationship and be outside of it, or was it kind of an easy flow?
No, it was difficult because when I left, she was still with the company for a year. That was a hard year for us relationship-wise, but it made everything after that so much easier. Her understanding the business now that I'm back in it, and when she has important stuff to do, like she just had a short film debut at Tribeca Film Festival.
Congrats.
She can go do that. I can watch our dog Larry, and then when I'm here with you, freezing my nuts off, she's at home watching Larry, so we're I mean, I found my person. Like, she is 100% my partner.
Good for you, man.
And it's 50-50. You know, when she's got stuff, I'm the dad. When I got stuff, she's the mom. She takes care of Larry.
How long you guys been married now?
This is actually we're not good. We're both not good at math, and this is how I know she's the one for me. One of the many reasons how I know is that she doesn't know. She doesn't remember.
Okay.
And we got married on June 13th. It was Friday the 13th, so we both remember, right? But now it turns into, did we get married in June or July?
Yeah, June. Which month was it? Yeah, it's called.
We know it's the 13th.
Okay.
But what year? No, it's June. I always correlate it to hockey because the Hawks were on a really hot run, and my wedding might have gotten postponed if they went to the Cup final that year, which is a completely hilarious story, which made my wife possibly leave me before we even got married. But no, she's the greatest.
I love it, man. I'm happy for you. There's nothing better than to see true happiness, be reached by some of the people that you admire. Because, of course, we get to see a version of CM Punk, and that version of CM Punk is an entertainer. But outside of the entertainment, it's dope to see you have a calm and have a good, strong space of happy.
Oh,
I love that. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Really am. Show some love, guys. Still married, still doing good things. One thing that I love to do, man, I've had the privilege of having other amazing talent, wrestling talent on Cold as Balls. And what I did was I put them to the test. And the test is the moment of improv, the moment of right now. When it comes to promo, when it comes to selling, when it comes to talking shit, there's nobody better than wrestlers. So what I want to do, I want you to give me a version of CM Punk giving a live moment of shit talk. A live moment of wrestling shit talk. Give me a 20-second moment of this is what I do and who I am, and there's nobody that can change it. I need to close out on the bang, and then I'm gonna give you my version. Yeah.
You let me go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Man, I'm gonna.
Unless you want me to go first.
I feel like I'm gonna shit the bed now.
You want me to go first? If you want me to go first,
yes,
I'll go
absolutely.
first.
Yeah,
okay, I'll go first. I'm gonna go by my wrestling name is Little Feet, Big Boots. Okay, that's my wrestling name.
That's a mouthful.
Right?
That might be worth.
Not the way I say it. Not the way I say it. Listen, I'm sick of the wrestling world not paying me any goddamn attention. My name is Little Feet, Big Boots, and I'm ready to put the boots to anybody that steps in front of me. I'm gonna do what I should have did when I didn't do what I got done. Because I'm the one that doesn't run. CM Punk, it ain't gonna be fun. Ask me what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be you. That's it. That's my wrestling spiel. Okay? Now come on, CM, right there. You got a lot of CM Punk fans here. I only need 10, 15 seconds. Let's close it out with a bang, baby. Let's go.
Well, Little Feet, Big Boobs. I don't know if we can use that on Netflix. It is a PG-rated show. You seem to be rated X. And speaking of the X, I'm straight edge. That X represents everything I stand for. You got some little feet, but you got a big mouth, and I'm gonna shut it. Monday night on Netflix, after I beat Brad Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship, I'm coming for you. We're gonna beat everybody with shitty tattoos on Raw. You're next.
Oh, shit. I gotta be honest. I know we playing around, but I got a little nervous. I like it. You know what's weird? They didn't chant Little Feet, Big Boots. They didn't chant Little Feet, Big Boots. Little Feet, Big Boots. Little Feet, Big Boots.
I thought CM Punk was a dumb name, but Little Feet, Big Boots. It's too. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's too mouthy. I think I need a reduction in the title for sure. CM, I gotta be. Come on, man. We finishing up, man. This is it.
Fine.
All right. Okay. This is it.
It's not like it can go.
We're wrapping up. God damn it, Pam. I mean, seriously? All right, CM. I gotta be honest, man. Like having you on the show means a lot to me. This live stage deserves big names, big moments. And Cold as Balls, we have been around for a long time, but I swear to God, I feel like we just keep getting better. Congrats on all that you have done in your career, brother. It is amazing. It's amazing to see you do what you've done.
I don't say blessed because I'm not a religious person.
Oh
wow.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. All right.
I might be religious now.
All right.
After
Okay.
seeing this, I might have to start praying.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm
all right.
fortunate though, so I appreciate
What
it.
the-
Okay. No. That's okay.
Somebody.
You motivated everybody. Okay. Okay. Now, what's happening? Oh no. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I think that's our cue. I think that's our cue right there. We're going out with a bang. This is another episode of Cold as Balls, and that man in Speedos is CM Punk. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being the best fans in the world. Until next time. Bye.
Yeah, Punk. Yeah, Punk. Yeah, Punk. What the hell? Shout out to Sabu!
That's too low. Let's go walk over there by wrestling and see.
All right.